Hey guys, yeah, I'm just making a video because I said I would yesterday. Um, yeah, it's not much more to talk about other than I talked about yesterday, but I don't know really. I had work tonight, which was quite good. It was kind of boring. I had college as well. It rained so much, and I had to go home actually. I got sent home from college because I was that cold. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, I thought I'd just make a video because I said I would, and I'll keep making them. Oh my god, I ate so much chocolate today. I was like, oh, it's so good. Uh, yeah, I've been looking at my wish list because a lot of you guys have said that. Well, not a lot of you, but a couple of you guys have said you'd get me a few things on the wish list. So I've updated that now, and also it's payday in a few days' time, so I might treat myself if I can afford it, which hopefully I can. Um, yeah, well, actually, I've been watching a lot of, well, not a lot of, um, a TV program on YouTube called Lady Boys. It's like a six season thing, and actually, it was really. I wouldn't say it was really educational, but it was really interesting for me. And like for me, it was like more the appearance of trans Thailand lady boys, um, because like a Western transgenders and I don't know, Eastern. I don't know where Thailand is. But yeah, we look very different from you know from ladyboys in Thailand, and not nearly as convincing. And it's just interesting just to see what like I do that a lot. I research a lot of what different transgenders look like because well, you always want to know what to base yourself on and how convincing you are, and things like that. And so I'm just going to move out of the way. I know I should move that. Yeah, it's really interesting to see like what other transgenders look like. That's kind of the yeah. So that's like I look on a lot of other people's YouTubes, and they will talk about these blog. They all have vlogs, and they'll actually have interesting things to say. I never have anything interesting to say. Like I could do a makeup routine, but I've done those. Okay, I need to do more, but also I don't like the fact myself that I make makeup on. I'm like really sort of anal about that. So I'm very unlikely to put many videos of me with like makeup on. Um, yeah, because I like to look my best. Okay, I don't always look my best at times, but I like to look my best like for as much as possible. And yeah, I very rarely leave the house with my makeup on. I have been able to leave the house more without makeup on, but I still don't feel very comfortable leaving the house without makeup on. It's just that's just I've learned to deal with that. It's just a part of me. I haven't got much on now. I've just got some powder and some eyeliner on and some just lip gloss. I haven't got much on, but it's because I'm webcam. I wouldn't leave the house like that. Purely due to the fact that I'm just not comfortable. Okay, I'm comfortable leaving the house with makeup on, but I always feel so much better with makeup on, and it's always come from these celebrity ideas. You know, people always have these things to say about how celebrities are seen in the media and stuff like that. But you don't often see transgenders in the media. Um, and yeah, so it's YouTube is actually a really good way of how to research other transgenders. Even if you don't listen to what they say, it's just to see what they look like, because you don't really have much scope to go from. Because like on TV programs like Ugly Betty, there's a transgender in that, but she's not a real transgender. Okay, the TV program Dirty Sexy Money, that what she did, there was a transgender in that, and Candice Kane, she's an actual transgender, but the media's view of transgenders, they don't really, you know, there's not okay. You get porn stars, but everyday normal people, even yeah, okay, celebrities, all that bollocks, they're not normal people, but you still get celebrities that look like normal people, um, and you don't really get that with transgenders. They're always over the top with the surgery, and they're porn stars. It's as simple as that, and you know, 99% of most transgenders don't look like they don't look like people like Serena Valentine or Kimber James. Okay, some of us would love to look like that. I'd love to look like that. But we don't. It's as simple as that. And in Thailand, the girls do. They really do look. They look much better than the real girls. The ladyboys look so much better. But that's and people say about this being cultural, etc. Well, it's not. If you actually research it, in Thailand, it's not really that acceptable. Yes, okay, they have the cabaret shows and things like that, and there's a large percentage of people that are ladyboys, but doesn't mean it's not frowned on in the society. Like in the Western, sorry, in the Western society, we're not really. We have all sorts of laws and stuff like that about you can't discriminate. Okay, yes, you get a few chances with things like that, etc., etc. You have chavs who really go like, oh my god, what the fuck is that? But in Thailand, you can't legally change your gender. A transgender is always a man. In England, you don't even need to have sex change to change your gender. I could say tomorrow, oh, I want to change my gender before I even have surgery. You know, I mm, I don't necessarily think that's right. To be perfectly honest, yes, okay, people, speaking as a transgender, um, people think they're female, but I don't personally think that you should change your gender if you haven't got a vagina. I don't think that at all. You know, to me, a woman is well, okay. I want to be a woman. I don't necessarily want a sex change. Doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to change my gender, because if you change your gender from male to female, female is someone with a vagina. A male is someone with a penis. Um, I don't necessarily think no matter what you look like. I don't know if I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know if sorry, I've got no trousers on. I don't know if it's in my view. I don't know if it's right for people to just change their gender willy nilly. Okay, not willy nilly, but if you haven't had surgery, I don't know. I don't know if that's right. I think it's one extreme to the other. Yes, okay, it's very difficult to do that sort of thing, but it's not really. You can do it by a T-pole. Um, and for someone, me personally, for someone that hasn't had surgery and wants to say they're female, even you can be dressed as a male, you can look like a male, and then still not even dress up and still say you're female. I don't think that's necessarily right. Okay, but I don't agree with the Thai views on transgenders. The fact that even after surgery, all ladyboys are still men. I think that's really wrong. But I don't think people. I don't know. I don't. I don't know. I haven't really got that much of. Well, no, I do. My view is that I think if you have a vagina, you can change your sex. But if you don't, I really don't think you can. I don't think you should really, because that's what determines you. Okay, yes, I may look like a female, but I'm not. You have to accept that. And if you want to become one, you need a sex change. Otherwise, you're still a shemale. Okay, maybe there's always the ideas of the fact that you can have, there could be a third gender, etc. And that, but then that just complicates things, because then precisely people know exactly what you are. If on your passport it says, I don't know, SH for shemale, but I don't think that's right either. You shouldn't be. Okay, we're not really discriminated against. You know, well, we're not, but there still is things like that. But that's you get that with all sorts of prejudice. From black people to disabled people. It's the same. Look at my work. I don't dress as female, but I wear full makeup and fake nails all the time. And my work are quite happy for me to be female, but I don't do it because it's so much hassle. Um, it's not hassle, but I can't afford to be dressed as female all the time. I just can't do it, because I'm one of these. I'm one of these people that I want so. Like, this is another question. Another topic that I was talking about is breast implants and surgery, and what surgery you have first. Now, for a lot of transgenders, it's to have your boobs done. And for me, it was actually. But then I thought about it, and I was like, no, it's not to have my boobs done. I don't have to have low cut tops. Okay, it'd be so much easier to have everything done all at once. But for me, what I'd have first done is I'd have my face done. I wouldn't have boobs. Well, if I could afford it, I'd have done straight up, all the time. But especially for me, especially my chin, it really, that there, that really gets me, especially considering I can see it on the webcam, and my Adam's apple, because I don't actually have I don't really have a very defined Adam's apple, but I can see it because it's shadows. Um, yeah, I would change, I would have my face done first, I wouldn't necessarily have my boobs done. And that's changed over the years, because it used to be, I always want my boobs done. But as I've got older, my face has got more masculine, it has. And for me, I would definitely have work done on my face first rather than my boobs. And I know a lot of you guys say, oh, you don't need surgery, etc., etc. But there's a difference between webcam and real life. I need to stress that to you a lot. Um, okay, there's not that much difference. I still look like me, but things like laser hair removal and things like that, and Botox. I get my collagen done. Actually, I do need to get it done. I hopefully get it done this month, but that would be like 85% of my weight is gone if I did. So I don't know. I don't know if I can afford it. But yeah, for me, okay, yes, I'd love to be on hormones, but also I want children. Well, I don't know if I want children. Um, but of course, when I go on hormones, that's it. Okay, there's sperm donation, but you don't get around to doing these things. Um, unless you're going to pay for them privately, and it's, well, cheapest I've seen is 500, but the most expensive is like nearly 10 grand. Um, so yeah, it's either hormones or 10 grand you can put on sperm donation and have hormones, or you could have, facial surgery and still just be as, because then there's the whole ideas of losing erections and things like that. Okay, the body hair and that stuff, but you can have that done with lasers. I don't necessarily think you need hormones. Yes, okay, I will have them, but I want to sperm donate before I do that because, once I get to 30 and I want children, that's the reason I haven't done hormones illegally. I've had no hormones. That is purely padding. Right, I'm going to show you my bra. I've got 4 bras on my shoulders if I can, a thing like that. Okay, that's not a very good example because like my boobs don't look brilliant, but I can get the results if I really want them. I can get them. Okay, I can't believe I have passed out before from having far too many bras on and having like a 20, 28 bra or like 30, and I'm technically I'm a 36, but I'm 34. But you have like 4 30s. When you've got 4 or 5, they come out nearly an inch. Your wire comes out and you're constricting. You just constrict your chest, and I have. It's not easy. It's painful. If I go on a night out, I have passed out quite a few times from having far too tight a bra, and of course, it'd be lovely, it'd be amazing just to have boobs straight like that, but it's not the same. Okay, hormones would get smaller breasts and stuff, but you still have to do the same thing. Okay, look, I'm a man, but I've still got that. It's as simple as that. So, for me, that's why I haven't been pulled on, because it's purely financial for me, because, I've got to get my hair done, I have to get my face done, and I've got to get my boobs done. And also it's hormones and it's sperm donation because just in case I want children. Well, I do. I want to be a mum and I want to be a housewife. I know, like my parents don't agree with the fact that I want to be a housewife. And when I say housewife, I mean kind of work part time and like be a mother and be a housewife, and not like one that just doesn't do anything. But if I'm gonna work, I want to be rich. I've got to physically be rich. Otherwise, there's no point for me. Um, to be honest, past the age of 30, there's no point. If I'm not rich by then, there's no point me living. So I will do what I need to do to get that money. You know, because for me, like, I can think of anything worse to be a 40-year-old man in a dress and look like that. Okay, I'm young now, but what happens when I start aging? That's why I get Botox now. And that idea to me is just completely alien. It's no. That's just I can't bear thinking about that. I seriously can't bear thinking about being poor. Like, okay, that might be a very chauvinistic way of thinking about it, but my my argument of being so materialistic is due to the fact that I'm not a natural beauty and that bollocks. I'm a bloke, a man, and I've got to pay for surgeries and I've got to keep that appearance, and you've got to. Otherwise, I could end up looking like a man in a dress, and I'd hate that. That would I'd want to kill myself. If I got to 40, even 30, if I got to 30 and I looked like a man in a dress and I couldn't afford surgeries to look feminine, I'd kill myself. There's no, but I've always said that, it's always been that if I don't look the part, or if I can't balance that, I just have to kill myself. I wouldn't have to do it in some horrific way, and of course I'd think about it long and hard. But you know, when I see transgender women who have surgery when they're in their late 60s, they've had 3 kids, they've been in the army, stuff like that, I couldn't think of it worse because they now look like they've been in the army. They look like men, and they've had sex changes, and they look like men. And I don't know. It's just a whole thing for me for transgenders. For being transgender, it's very much a visual thing for me because I'm very heavily influenced by the media, and the way that people appear. And for me, I couldn't think of anything worse in life is to look like a man in a dress. I couldn't think of anything worse, to be honest. Yeah, okay, I can be poor, but as long as I look the way I look, the way I should look in my head, I'd be happy. I could be poor, but as long as I looked the way I looked, I'd probably be happy. But if I didn't even, say if I was a million, I had millions and millions of pounds, and I was like my brothers. Both my brothers are allergic to general anaesthetic, so it means they can't ever have surgery on anything because it will kill them. Okay, yeah, they can have local anaesthetic and epidurals, but that's a bit different. And I couldn't look the way I looked. I think that would, no matter how rich I was, that would destroy me inside. But yeah, so that's just a little update. Yeah, well, you guys know where this list is, and I'm updating that as we speak. I'll be doing that later on tonight as well. But yeah, so hopefully I'll make more videos. Like, as in, I know I always say this, but I think this is quite an interesting subject to me. But inbox me as well, and of any subject, um, for any subjects you want me to talk about, I will, because I don't really have many ideas about things to talk about. But yeah, so inbox me, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.